Yes, we're a couple minutes late today, but better late than never, they always say, or some people say. I guess at least we're saying right now. If Dee could tell people who's allowed to be here, that would be great. Go for it.
What's going on, everybody? This show is for educational and entertainment purposes only. You have to be 21 and over to be here. If not, you have to leave.
That's the way. Thank you very much, folks. The show is, of course, for adults. If you guys are a child or something, I guess it's summertime, so you don't have to be in school right now. But I was going to joke like you should be in school, but of course that would be summer school. That would mean that you were I don't know, what do they call it? What do they call it when kids are held back? Well, whatever. Long story short, you're probably watching. Is Jerry Springer still on? I haven't seen him for a long time. He'd be 100 years old by now. Go watch Jerry Springer, boys and girls. That's ironically legal and allowed and everything else, but you're not allowed to watch this show because we talk about sensitive adult topics like Yo Mama. She's quite sensitive, as we all know. Really, all of us know at this point. It's quite a story, right, Dee? I mean, come on, yeah, seriously. But she's a little too sensitive, perhaps. But ladies and gentlemen, do go
Come
watch
on.
something else if you're a baby or a child or a kiddlywink of any kind. Please go watch something else. If you're an adult, you're welcome to join us. You're welcome to stick around. Bud Kilowatts in the house, welcome, buddy. I've frustratingly not been able to do the thing that I've been talking about doing with Wednesdays for fucking ages now. Just haven't had time. I don't even want to say what it is because, and I shit you not, I don't want all the other dipshits on YouTube to copy me because it's not like it's a gigantic concept or something, but I am honestly tired of the fuckfaces copying me on my channel. Sometimes coming to my show first and then staying here for a while and then fucking copying their own show somewhere else. So if I say even anything that might jeopardize the future of it, because basically some low imagination jerk off will basically take that and do it first. So as dumb as that sounds, I can't say anything, and I realize how paranoid and ridiculous that sounds, but that's kind of YouTube these days. You really can't fucking say anything decent. Basically in general. In fact, Mr. Beast got big by pitting thousands of people against each other. I don't know where I'm going with that. That's kind of silly. Anyway, welcome, folks. Thanks very much for joining us. If you guys want to hop on here, you guys are welcome to hop on here for now. This is a conversational version of High Noon. We'll be here for a second. If nobody hops on, we're just going to bounce. I am not really in the mood to just sit here and look at these background. So we're going to give it a second, honestly. If you guys want to hop on here and tell us about your garden, what am I looking for? I'm looking for that link. If you want to hop on here and tell us about your garden, tell us about how the outdoor season is shaping up, or the indoor season, whatever season. We don't get too many viewers from Germany and stuff these days, but a lot of Germans are planting their outdoor seasons, which is fun to see.
Nine.
Yeah, it seems late, right? Because I saw some people on Reddit planting, and I was thinking about it. I was, oh, it seems a little bit late. But remember, Germany basically is it's actually similar latitude, more or less, to most of us here in the sort of northern part of the U.S. But it's a little colder growing season, a little shorter growing season, rather, I guess I should say. A little bit more like Massachusetts, I think. And I think that's more because of their wind patterns. I'm forgetting now. I used to live in Austria. It's been 1,000 fucking years, so I don't remember the way. And I guess their weather is a little bit different anyway. It comes more from the Danube and from Italy. But I want to say it's basically coming off of like the UK. It's like the cold
Uh-huh.
weather that comes from Scandinavia that bounces off the UK and then goes and hits Germany. And so they have a shorter growth. Whatever. Don't quote me on that. I could be fucking wrong at this point. But long story short, we have a variety of different people around the world that have different grow times, grow styles, whatever. So we'd love to hear from you guys. Please do hop on here and join us. We'll be here for, like I said, a little bit. I have absolutely no promises because these days our star doesn't stop on anymore. So we'll be here for a few minutes until nobody hops on, and then we're going to bounce probably. So
Mm-hmm.
hop on if you'd like to join. Cheers, Justin Bean. Good to see you. Welcome, D. What's going on?
Mine muted.
Nope.
Okay. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, chat? Hope everyone's having a great day. Hope everyone's feeling safe. I'm smoking on some hash right now. That's about it. Um, yeah. Cheers, everybody.
Right on.
Cheers to
I'm
seven
gonna
people
smoke.
watching.
What's that, D?
Cheers to all the seven people watching currently.
That's right. Welcome to all seven. Cheers, Justin Bean, everybody else. I'm going to smoke what will be mostly a joint of Oblivion, but I had a little bit of just a sort of weed, whatever, from Bingus's little sacks that he sent me the other day. Well, that sounds weird, his little sacks. No, just little bags of weed. But I was done with his weed, but there was a little tiny bit of, when you break apart weed, you know what I'm talking about. So there will be a little bit of that mixed into this delightful oblivion. Jones and to Grow grew this. This is, of course, from this is from last year. This is from 2024, so it's about 6 months old. Right on, well aged. Like well aged in the sense that it's not the terps haven't left and all that. Very pine soley, I think I was talking about. A little bit of pepperiness in there too. This is, of course, the Memory Loss by Coot Special. Every single time I say Coot Special, I wish I'd changed the fucking name. But it's the Coot Special. What do you want from me? Came out everyone that's grown it has really liked it. It's a very heady cross. I mean, it's not gonna rip your fucking face off. I guess it's not one of those. It's not one of those paranoiac Malawi whatevers. The people think that they're gonna get the flying choppers instead of the black choppers coming around their house. It's not that heady necessarily, but it's definitely a hazy heady. I'm a big fan of it myself, and the flavor is quite nice. I wish there were a little bit more to the flavor. The Amnesia Haze and the Face Off OG have such an interesting, or the Memory Loss has such an interesting, complex flavor. It's more than just Pine Sol. You know, a lot of the hazy stuff, it'll just be kind of one note, but that Memory Loss is quite well bred. Anyway, this is, I guess because of the Coot Special, it seems to be quite pine solly. Quite a few folks have grown it already, although I haven't gotten a lot of photos from people now that I think about it. Or have I? I don't think I have. But most people have said that it's quite pine solly, quite piney, quite lemony, stuff like that. But there have been a few people that said there were some other aromas in there as well. I don't remember right now what they are. It's mostly, honestly, kind of hazy, piney, but it did its job. I don't actually have the memory loss right now, and I keep thinking about going back and getting it because I quite enjoyed it and thought it would be a nice cross with Sour Morgana feminized, cross with a couple other things that I'm thinking about in the future. So I don't know, I'll think about it one of these days. It's one of those annoying things. Well, you can't keep everything, and unfortunately, I lost a lot of stuff last year. And then the question becomes, all right, do you get it all back? I mean, ideally, I would love to get it all back, right? Like blueberry and memory loss, and goodness gracious, GG4, a ton of different things, forbidden fruit, all this different. I even lost. I did a wonderful test round on Pure Michigan, and I was so excited to breed with that because it was such a fun. I thought it was a better version, honestly, of the kind of GMO funkiness, right? And lost that clone basically because I was selling my house. I was down in California, whatever. Anyway, but in theory, I could get both those back. So I definitely have been thinking about going back and picking one up. Perhaps we'll see how it goes. Not seeing anyone hop on here. This is not boding well for the future of this show. Gonna give it a few more minutes, but then we'll probably just bounce. I'm tired of being the community center hangout for people just getting high. We are actually supposed to be here talking about weed. We're supposed to be talking about flavors, because of course, ironically, my dumbass show comes from my tasting group from 1,000 years ago that will probably never come back. But long story short, we were supposed to be talking about advanced things here, not dipshit stuff like which flushing agent you use on your garbage weed. We were here, or although that would actually be a halfway decent subject because we could get into the whys of why that's a stupid idea. But I guess what I'm trying to say is we're not here to pass the time until our deaths, ladies and gentlemen. We are actually here to learn something new, hopefully, improve our gardening skills, improve our weed skills in general. I rebroadcast Wendy and James conversation that they had with us
Yeah.
from a parking lot in Wyoming, which is really funny. They were driving out to Massachusetts yesterday, and they were talking about. Oh, I just lost my train of thought. Exactly how I was talking. Oh, the at the very end of the interview, I think I asked them about the ganja because everybody had been talking about in the chat at the time. This was like 2023, right? This is a couple years ago, almost a couple years ago. Like no, actually, it was a couple years ago because I think it was spring of 2023. Anyway, uh, people have been constantly talking about all these different cannabis programs that we're developing, right? And people were discussing. I think now a lot of people realize that for the most part, these are sort of bud tender education programs, which doesn't make a lot of sense for a lot of people, but it does make sense for people if they already have connections in cannabis and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, people were trying to figure out what it's about, right? And so she was talking about it. I don't know. It just got me thinking about. She was talking about there's like what 3 or 5 levels in Somalia. I actually don't remember how many levels. I think there's 3 levels of sommelier training, and they're trying. Or no, is there 5? It doesn't really matter. They were trying to get 3 levels of Ganjier training. Um, that's of course their name. It doesn't have to be like the name that everyone uses. What was I going to say? It got me thinking about how rarely any of us talk about the weed. You know, like when Flora comes on, he'll talk about the different flavors. You know, I try to talk about the flavors. Few other people try to talk about it. Almost nobody ever says anything. And that really is the opposite of what this whole show was supposed to be about. We were not here to start drama with all the dipshit YouTubers that will never go anywhere. We were never here to start drama with all the weird growers that never will go anywhere. No, we're here to talk about weed. You know what I mean? That's the first and foremost thing here. Gonna give it a few more minutes, but it looks like this the show's gonna be a failure to launch. Cheers, Doctor. Leave you alone. You've mentioned that a couple times. I like that one as well.
I got this scammer on the line right now. Well, texting him right now saying, I guess he screwed up and he thought I was someone else. And I'm just told him I'm at the bank right now getting his money out. I'm getting his $20,000 out. Now he's like freaking out, messaging me all the time, saying,
It's gonna be hard work out there for a scammer now, with all the AI scammers taking their gerbs. Isn't that ironic? Like all the honest to goodness ma and pa scammers are gonna get replaced by what would you even call ma and pa AI?
yeah,
Just to fuck with everybody, they should name it that. They should call them mom and pop AI. That'll be the AI scammer du jour.
yeah. So he's freaking out right now, thinking I'm gonna give him 20 bucks, 20 grand.
Well, I'd be freaking out too. Oh my God, $20,000.
Yeah,
What he doesn't realize is that it's in Monopoly money.
yeah, yeah,
You see, there's a great video on YouTube. Obviously, it's a satirical video, but this chick is like, first they only show the 2 people. They show that. Well, I guess I'm ruining it for everybody, to be honest. But whatever. It's a stupid fucking video. But she's on there. She's like, I'll do anything. I'll do anything to avoid this debt. And the guy's like, oh, you just pay the rent. She's like, oh, I could, I could do stuff. We could stand in the shower. And she gradually gets like grosser and grosser. Like at first she's like, well, we could touch tips and stuff. And then finally she doesn't know what to say. So she's like, we could pee each other and I could let you do a number 2 on me and stuff like that. And then
oh
finally the
no,
circle really, and they're just, it's a Monopoly table and she's just fucking trying to do her thing.
what the fuck?
Oh, it's fucking good.
Oh my God,
It's
it's
just a funny
funny.
video.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, we're going to get less and less of that kind of stuff. More and more stuff on the internet now is AI slop, basically.
hmm
D sent me something that was obviously just AI, and there's more and more of that. Google just announced recently, I don't know, a week ago or something, that their VO3, that's where all the just absolutely crazy model, the crazy AI shit now is the Google VO3, basically. It leapfrogged all the other ones, basically, as a lot of these AIs seem to have been doing. They would just not iteratively improve. They would just leapfrog basically, right? So when Midjourney came out, it was so much better than the Chat GPT pictures and stuff. Anyway, so the VO3 now is basically, for all intents and purposes, for short clips anyway, it's true to life. I mean, you can pick it out. You can definitely pick it out from AI, mainly because the content is nonsense. So the thing right now that
yeah.
you can kind of pick out is stuff that can't happen in real life if you are, I guess some people don't know what, some people are not a good judge of what can happen in real life because they believe in flat earth and all that stuff. But if you are a good judge of what is realistic and what is not realistic, it's immediately apparent what's AI, what's not AI. Unfortunately, that all of that is going to replace the entire internet. So Google has made, I think, this really, really foolish decision. It's an obvious decision. I mean, clearly their fucking suits would say this. They would say, yes, let's harness our amazing video model and make millions and billions of dollars. The problem is, I think it's going to burn itself out really, really fast. So what they've allowed is that they're going to have full access to the VO for shorts, basically, and they're going to promote actually AI shorts. So all those shorts they've been promoting for I don't know how long now to compete with TikTok. It was literally to compete with TikTok. By the way, TikTok is allowing a lot of AI stuff now too, evidently. Anyway, more and more and more, it's just going to be complete and total horseshit. Gorillas talking to each other. What was the one last week, a couple weeks ago? Sasquatch, whatever. It's going to be something else. So. I'm not
So
in
I've been,
favor because honestly, I don't like the lack of integrity and all this kind of stuff. For years, I was kind of a film snob, and I regret this honestly because digital photography is actually a wonderful thing. But for a long time, my reason for disliking digital was that there was a lack of integrity to it, essentially. And I wasn't 100% wrong, but the reality of it is, what am I trying to say? I was wrong generally, but I guess what I'm trying to say is, I don't like made up slop. I've never really liked or not AI, Photoshop composite pictures. And so that was actually a skill that you had to develop for the longest time to actually be able to use Photoshop properly to really composite things and do all those crazy videos where there's a guy on the moon talking to a cool chick and you know what I mean? You've seen those kinds of pictures. Well, now you can just tell the AI to do whatever the fuck it wants to do and it'll do it. Basically, it has the way to do it. And this is going to include now videos and I don't know, I have
even the
unfortunately
audio.
I'm a reluctant believer now in the dead internet theory. So I think basically it's going to be a real problem. And we're going to have a real problem where we're going to have to filter it out. Like we're going to have to filter all this slop in the future when it completely corrupts human knowledge. We're going to have to filter this slop out again at some point. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be possible, but well, whatever. I guess we'll have
They,
AIs filtering the AI slop. What's that, D?
I've been seeing on YouTube a lot lately too, these shorts of the royals and like Prince William talking. It's not him, obviously, it's AI. But it's like, yeah, Princess, I'm not gonna let Camilla get away with this and that and blah blah blah. You can just tell it's all AI generated crap.
They should do something funny, like have the prince fist fight a cheetah.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. Even they've even had videos with King Charles talking about how how terrible she is and everything. It's just funny,
I still think
craziness.
someone should do The Godfather, but with rats. Hello, I am the rat father. Will you be my rat father? Grandfather. Um,
I saw this really cool video
or The
actually.
Sopranos. They could do The Sopranos, but all with
Mm.
rats. And then they could do what's his fuck? Oh, why can't I think of the guy's names? Tony's right hand man. The guy, the fucking. He's a guitar player in real life. What's his fucking name? Sal. Sal. What was it? Was his name fucking Sal? Fuck's sake, he owns the Bing. Anyway, he would do that impression of Michael Corleone. First they pulled me out, then they pulled me back in. It could be a rat. Like the whole show could be just all rats. And can you imagine all the scenes of Tony Soprano eating, and it's a rat eating? So that would be like
Yeah.
that. I would pay for a rerun. I wouldn't pay that much, but I would pay $5 or $6 to watch a few episodes of The Sopranos. But it's the Rat Pranos.
The Rat Pack,
That's it.
Brandon.
That's it. Hop on, motherfuckers. This show is supposed to be a conversational show for conversation. We used to be able to have conversation on this show, but apparently not anymore. So we'll give it an indeterminate number of a couple more minutes. Cheers, Western Main Man. Good to see you, buddy. I think that's maybe the difference between a lot of these other shows and me. I'm just not interested anymore in just sitting here and doing nothing. So we did it for pretty much all of COVID and stuff. Maybe that was fine, but I don't know. I'm not into it anymore. If we're not actually talking
Mm.
about something interesting, not actually like learning something, I don't want to do this anymore. Um, We'll see how it goes. I think about it quite often because when you spend a lot of time on something, you get attached to it. It's pretty common thing, and it's like having a pet or anything else. But it can be oftentimes for the wrong reasons. So I'm very much evaluating this entire channel and the way that I do stuff. Like the fact that my interviews, most people I think they are good interviews with the different guests we've had, and we've had a good what 6 or 7 interviews in the last several couple months now. And my channel
Yeah.
has literally not, it's literally frozen in time. It's literally frozen in time. And it's been this way for a super long time. A couple trolls basically got a bunch of alt accounts and would subscribe 10 at a time and then unsubscribe 10 at a time. And evidently, I don't know where they found that out, but I'm sure that's the fucking trick, basically. That's one of the tricks to freeze somebody's channel because basically my channel got frozen and literally no new viewers of any kind. And YouTube, of course, because of all the weird weed policies and stuff, wouldn't. Sometimes they would, but sometimes they wouldn't recommend my videos to other people. Anyway, whenever my videos would get age restricted by trolls, Of course, they wouldn't get shown to anybody. So long story short, my channel, no matter what I do, I could have the fucking Pope on my show. I could have the Pope and the dead Pope on my show, communing from the dead, and telling us
Mm.
how hell is or whatever the fuck, right? And my channel wouldn't grow one fucking subscriber, which is really just that's not how anything works. You know what I mean? That's not how the world works. So, don't know. I'm trying to figure out what to do with all this stuff. I know that a lot of you guys enjoy this kind of community, and so you'll be sad if I fucking just stop doing it. But at the same time, I'm really tired of just being led by the nose by douchebag people. I'm actually really surprised that I didn't get some hate mail from that fucking dipshit that I was talking about the other day. But funny enough, the fact that I didn't get hate mail, the fact that I'm thinking about it means that that asshole still somehow figures into my life. And I'm just like, dude, that asshole shouldn't figure out in like anybody's life. You know what I mean? He's a fucking pointless loser. So I'm getting tired of it, you know? I'm getting tired of the lack of forward progress and all that. Did we just lose D or what's the deal here? I don't know. Did we just lose D? Do I have to now wait for D to come back? All right. We may just call it. I'm just gonna call it. This show is a failure to launch.